you very much. Greetings of peace to one and all. Can you please share the greetings of peace to the person seated next to you? Peace be with you. And if he say, gentleman, please tell him you're so handsome this morning. And if he is a woman, please tell her you're so beautiful and gorgeous this morning.
May mga additional na dumating, pina-update ko na lang po sa
Pero parang, as if I heard two lines. The first is, pautang. And the second one is, rest in peace. No, of course not.
Sige ma'am, pagka...
Just a joke. Okay, before I proceed, allow me to greet our VIPs. We have our guest of honor this morning, in the person of Undersecretary Isidro Purisima of OPA Pro. Palakpakan po natin. Yang OPA Pro, yan ang office na talagang in charge sa peace. So I'm glad that OPA Pro is presented here. And of course, we have the country representatives. Siguro country representative na lang tawag ko kay John Romel Garces, being the Chief Branch Manager of HWPM in the Philippines. Palakpakan natin. At nandyan din po yung international or Director General ng International Peace Youth Group. Walang iba kundi si Chong Yung Min. Palakpakan natin. And also representing the International Women Peace Group, none other than Hun Yun Suk. Palakpakan natin. And of course, nandyan din po yung ating Secretary General ng Barangays League or Barangays Councilor League of the Philippines. Kailangan natin ang mga barangay, wala ibang dito, si Ray Honyo. We need barangays for the promotion of peace. From my book, 100 and more inspiring quotes to live by, I said, investing in peace is investing for the future. I repeat, investing in peace is investing for the future. And I say that we will all together invest our time, our talents, our resources, all because we want our future to be secure. We want to see a better future for our children and our people. And I'm enjoining all of you to please volunteer for peace now. Question, are you ready to volunteer yourself for peace now? Parang mahina. Can we make an applause that we are ready to volunteer for peace now? That's better. That's better. Again, are we willing to volunteer for peace? Of course, the answer is yes. Again, masigabong palakpakan pa rin para sa ating lahat. In fact, we can volunteer for peace now as individuals, as families, as a region, as a country. Will we volunteer for peace now to protect our communities against violence, against discord, against injustice, against wars and hostilities? We will be volunteers for peace now, hand in hand to protect our nature and the environment. Otherwise, nature will exact revenge on us through floods, incessant rains, and typhoons. Nakita naman ninyo, climate change. Today is indeed a good day to talk about peace and how we can help together transform ourselves to become peace builders, peacemakers, and peace partners. Peace delegates from various regions, provinces, and cities. Peace advocates from the different sectors, especially from the education and youth, from the media, from the religious and cultural sectors, from the women's sector, and from the legislative and policy-making sectors. Distinguished guests from various non-government organizations and government groups. Private individuals who have come to volunteer themselves for peace. And to our peace partner, Heavenly World Peace, Restoration of Life, Chairman Manghili, the icon of peace. Unfortunately, the HW Chairman cannot make it in this morning's first plenary session, and he will be joining us in the second plenary session this afternoon. For all you know, for your information, our HWPL Chairman Lee is already 92 years old, and he is still very eager to promote peace. My very warm greetings of peace again and solidarity in behalf of the Philippine Commission on Higher Education and the volunteer individuals for peace. From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank all of you for being with us as we kickstart the first National Peace Convention. You may ask the road to peace. You may ask how. Why do we have to gather today for peace? I must say that we are here because we want peace to reign in this country. We want peace to stay with all of us in our communities, in our homes, in our country, and even in the world. We want peace to be the language that every one of us will speak, and every Filipino and every foreigner will understand, and the law that every country and peoples of the world will observe. And today, we will declare peace as a pandemic. Indeed, in one of my favorite quotes, it runs this way: let's declare peace as a pandemic. Infect people not to rest in peace, but to live in peace. I see some, if not most of you are still wearing your face mask. I think if it will be all right with all of you, we can remove our masks so that the virus of peace will be infecting all of us here. Pwede ba? I mean it to be literal. I want the peace virus to be very, very, very infectious. In one of my quotes again, it runs this way: imagine how close to perfection this world could be if there's peace and there's development. Our communities and cities and even the whole world will be transformed overnight. Peoples will live in harmony. Men and women will be forgiving. One voice, one mind, one soul could now be heard sin, and fed. Greed will be wiped out. Injustice will disappear. Killings will stop. Wars will cease. Human rights violations or abuses will wither. For decades, we have attempted to come up with different political solutions, economic solutions, cultural solutions, and even religious solutions to achieve peace, but have failed. So, it is high time now that we lay down our biases, our differences, our personal beliefs, and work hand in hand with each other to bring peace to our country and even to the farthest corner of the world. I have learned that peace is as sacred as life because peace provides the right condition where life could grow, blossom, and prosper. Hence, I have always been contemplating on this idea of doing peace, of spreading the culture of peace wherever I am, whenever, however, whichever. I have stood my ground for peace and fought for the recognition of the rights of indigenous peoples, or IPs. When I was a congressman in the 10th Congress, I was one of the principal author of the Republic Act 83-21, otherwise known as the Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act of 1997, which was hailed later as the Magna Carta for Peace and Development among indigenous peoples. As State Commissioner, I have fought for wider accessibility of quality tertiary education to all marginalized students, including the indigenous peoples, the Muslims, and other students coming from marginalized sectors, believing that education will transform our youth into becoming instruments for peace. While it is imperative that we cannot totally stop the proliferation of violence and lawlessness, including war and unpeace, we could surely and significantly and effectively make a difference. And we will start today. Do you agree? Yes! Palakpakan naman yan. Being a peace advocate, I have committed my life to peace initiatives, and I am challenging all of you to do the same, to infect all peoples with peace. And as Commissioner of the Commission on Higher Education, I am proud to say that yours truly were at the forefront of integrating peace studies or peace education into the tertiary curricula through CMO number 1, series of 2019, otherwise known as the integration of peace studies or peace education into the relevant higher education curricula, as well as CMO number 2, the integration of indigenous people's education into the higher education curricula. Now, I am happy that finally, with the first National Peace Convention, we will all recommend, hopefully out of your breakout sessions, the different breakout sessions, will recommend, endorse, and convince His Excellency President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to declare through Presidential Proclamation January 24 a special working holiday, being National Peace Day, otherwise known as Truce Day. Will you agree with that? Yes. Parang mahina. That's better. Thank you. It shall contribute to the advancement and the overall peace agenda of the Marcos administration, believing further that it will promote national unity and sustainable development. Being a working holiday, it shall mandate and provide for a synchronous and simultaneous celebration, observance of peace through a series of peace activities, events, and ceremonies by all instrumentalities and sectors of government, including the private sectors. It shall be a truce day where the whole country shall reflect on the importance of peace, harmony, understanding, love, and unity. It shall contribute to the promotion of HWPL's Declaration of Peace and Cessation of Wars. Henceforth, I am encouraging all of us here today that as we go on with our one-day program, we will pour out our energy, resources, time, and talent toward peace building by reminding all of us about our responsibility to promote peace wherever we are, whatever we are, however we are. Maybe we will ask again the question, what are we going to achieve in this first National Peace Convention? Friends, today we will work hard to achieve a milestone, a peace roadmap or peace framework that we will endorse to President Bongbong Marcos, further respectfully calling for the declaration through presidential proclamation January 24 as National Peace Day. By the way, I call the roadmap or peace framework as PBBM-SD. PBBM-SD stands for President Bongbong Marcos Sara Duterte. But in relation to peace, the meaning is peace builds, binds minds for sustainable development. While setting our rights or sights on the National Peace Day, we will unanimously accept and approve today the following 10-point rationale and justification for the holding of this peace convention. Basically, some of it I have already mentioned as part of our agenda and approved earlier on. Number one, the Marcos administration has adopted a One Nation, One Future national unity and development agenda, its program for united and peaceful country toward national development and progress. Number two, the local peace organization, VIP, or the Volunteer Individuals for Peace, has been engaged in peace promotion and campaign through the education sector, and that cover all state universities and colleges, private higher education institutions, and indigenous peoples communities, as well as Muslim communities and other sectors for that matter. Three, the expansion of peace networks through forging and establishing peace partners, both local and international, is a primary importance in the promotion of peace and development and the common acceptance that the participation and cooperation of all peace partners and volunteers shall be made permanent and stronger. Four, the necessity of the convention to recognize an international peace partner such as the HWPL and the recognition of its declaration of peace and cessation of war in peacemaking. Five, the urgent call for the Marcos administration to recognize the voice of this convention, praying for His Excellency President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to declare a National Peace Day on January 24 as a special working holiday. Six, the timeliness and relevance of the Manila Peace Declaration that declares peacemaking as the answer to the quest for national unity and development, and further declares that peace is as sacred as life, because peace provides the right condition where life could grow, blossom, and prosper. 7, the adoption by the Convention of a Peace Roadmap or Framework called BBMSD, as I pointed out, that is founded and grounded on the concept of peace builds minds for sustainable development, further consolidating and undergirding the Marcos administration's One Nation, One Future national unity and development agenda. The convention, or number 8, the convention at the inspire, empower, and catapult the Filipino people to participate and support the institutionalization of peace initiatives such as the organization of local peace conventions and seminars, creation of local peace clubs, and establishment of peace monuments and peace markers all over the country that will remind the Filipino people of the importance of peace in nation building. For your information, as far as the state universities and colleges, through this representation, we have already started the establishment of peace monuments within the campuses of state universities and colleges, as well as the organization of peace clubs among students, rather than engaging themselves in left-leaning organization. It's better for them to join peace organizations in campuses of higher education learning. Number 9, the incorporation in the peace roadmap or framework of the commitment to champion the harmony with nature rather than mastery over nature model or paradigm that shall be one that resolves around environmental care or protection, which is essential to peace making. If you can just imagine, if we don't take care of our environment, do you think that you can be here today? I don't think so, because typhoons left and right, flooding left and right, cancelled airplane air transportation. So we have to take care of our environment because it's a great component of doing peace. Number 10, the intention to make official a national peace initiative that builds life to grow, develop, and prosper in an environment free from violence that binds people to live as one family in harmony, respect, love, and cooperation, and with the like minds that are in tune with a melody that will usher a common vision for the future, for the attainment of sustainable development. Furthermore, we will respectfully appeal to His Excellency President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. to give the Filipino people a day or a national peace day or truce day to fall on January 24 as a special working holiday. Before I'll close, I would like to mention two things. Number one, it's also one of my quotes. Let's declare peace as a war against violence and peace, hypocrisy, and marginalization. And lastly,
may mga restriction po ba sa inyo?
as I've said, let's infect each other with the barrier virus of peace. There is an antigen test outside. You'll be tested as soon as you get out of this convention hall. If you are tested positive, then you can proceed, you can go out and spread the virus of peace. If not, if you are negative, you can stay behind and wait for 15 days before you can go out. By the time there's no, the virus is already, the peace virus is already in your hearts and in your mind. Will you agree with that condition? Thank you very much. Again, peace be upon all of us. Welcome everyone to the first National Peace Convention. Thank you very much.